All right, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Out for another beautiful walk. Loving the springtime. We got all these birds out here, and just being out in nature really, kind of grounds you and puts you back into a simpler time where you're not so much worried about all the craziness, like some of the things I'm about to talk about here. So today I wanted to talk about pre-framing. So this is a concept that, sounds kind of complicated, but it's basically setting expectations. So when you interact with people and you know you're going to have a future interaction with that person, it's very important that you pre-frame that next interaction. So for kids, this is easy. We need to pre-frame them and set their expectations for what's moving forward in life. So when they're at grade school age, that kind of thing is pretty much set up for them, where every hour of their day is lined out with PE and reading and math and all that stuff. And, they go home and they get a little bit of time to play around. But when they move forward and they get a little bit older, my son's 12, and so I'm trying to kind of pre-frame him for the next few years of getting into driving and having a job and, kind of moving into the real world and having responsibilities. So helping give him a proper expectation of how that's going to go is giving him a better ability to react and be successful when those situations come up. So in our own lives, we can pre-frame ourselves in any situation by finding other people who have already gone through the same experiences and finding out what they did to get to where they're at through that same experience. So for example, if you're starting a new job, for example, talk to the other people that already have that job and find out how they do their job and what they do every day and what shortcuts they can give you and that kind of stuff, so that when you go into that situation, there's less anxiety, there's less, stress about how to figure it all out. And at the same time, you're connecting with people that if you didn't get the right answer from them the first time, or all the information you needed, now you've got somebody that you can go to that already helped you one time. Oh, hey, I got another question for you. How do you do this, right? So you make that connection within that same scenario. It also, again, lowers your friction level mentally to go into that situation confidently and do well. In business, it's even more important. And this is really where many people fail. And, setting the expectation goes in a lot of different directions. First of all, if you have a business and you're promoting it in any way, when people see not only your brand, but the design, the layout, the wording you use, where you post, the frequency of your posts, that sort of thing, that begins to pre-frame them on what you have to offer, what you're about, and what value you can provide to them as a consumer. If, you take it deeper than that and you connect with that person and they hook up with you, say on Facebook and Twitter and some of the social media, then you can get into, videos and Facebook Lives like this and, webinars and some different things that have a deeper connection with that person. The posts that you put up on social media pre-frame people for what they can expect in listening to what you have to offer, what value you can provide, and all of that sort of thing. So, for example, if you are, in the health and wellness industry, and every single one of your posts says, here's a new supplement, buy it. Here's a new protein product, buy it. Here's a new weight loss product, buy it. All people see from you is a salesperson. But if all of your social media posts are, here's what I did today in my workout in the gym, here's the person that I just helped lose 20 pounds, here's somebody that, took my advice, went out, built their own company, did whatever, okay? And you're showing people valuable information, they will learn about what you have without feeling like they're being sold to. People like to buy stuff, but they don't like to be sold to. So there's a difference. So if you give them valuable information, you show them, you can help provide them with what they're looking for, they learn to know, like, and trust you, and that buy happens later. All you have to do is make that connection first, and then you can say, hey, well, here's something that can help you with the information that I already gave you get to that point, right? The sale becomes a little bit less in their face. Another thing is the way that you talk to people is very important. The words that you use, the tone of voice, just a lot of different things come out when you connect with people directly. One of the clients that I'm working with right now, amazing dude, and he works in the male empowerment industry, and helping guys find their true, raw, primal self, okay? And so it's very important for him that during his promotions, he's able to use strong graphic language and be very real and raw and uncut for people, so that when they, get to his actual website or, one of his events, they're not going to be surprised when he starts cussing or something like that. He set them up through the entire process of the exposure, through the sale, to the actual commitment of going to an event, that here's what you're going to expect, here's what you're going to get out of this, here is what I'm about and what I'm going to provide for you. So pre-framing people with where you are, what value you can provide, and what they can expect moving forward into a specific situation is very important, so that when you get to that situation, you're already steps ahead of the game. You don't have to figure out or be nervous about how to interact in that situation. You know what's going to be happening, you know what's expected of you, and you can move forward a lot faster in a lot more confident manner. And this, again, goes for pretty much any situation in life. Being prepared and being ready ahead of time with a proper expectation of how to act, what steps to take, who to interact with, what's important, what is the goal, where are you looking to, accomplish throughout this situation. Having those things as your focus and being able to get as much preparation as possible, before going into that situation, that in every aspect of life is going to help you be more successful. You may not always get the exact outcome that you're looking for, but it's going to be better than stumbling into it blind, unknown, and unprepared. So thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Appreciate being able to chat with you a little bit today. If you have any comments about this, anything that, struck a chord with you today, definitely leave me a comment, let me know, and we'll see you next time.